Hayden and Dorit, they were born and raised in Denver. Their family commitment to Denver is very strong. There's no other team I can imagine working with.
With the Denver Housing Authority, there's so many acquisition and land issues that have to be solved. We brought Hayden and Dorit in to help us negotiate. They know Denver so well. I think their level of networking and connectivity has been very valuable, so we don't have to find our way with different entities. We're just a couple phone calls away from sitting across the table with key partners. So the Sun Valley redevelopment, it's a neighborhood that has experienced a lot of disinvestment over the years. We've been able to bring in Dorit and Hayden in the conversation early on. We're dealing heavily with the community group, and we want to be able to lay everything out in a very strategic, open way. And they've been instrumental in helping us cross those waters and make those transactions possible.
So I've worked with Seamus Makowski since my tenure started here at Denver Health as Chief Financial Officer. Dorit, in particular, is a key member of the Denver Health Master Plan team. Pavilion M is sitting on land that was once a parking lot. This parcel of land was difficult to acquire for a number of reasons. The owner was not interested in selling to a public entity, particularly not Denver Health. So Dorit and Hayden had to creatively think about how can we acquire this land. They continued to participate on the team that oversaw the construction of Pavilion M because they had a lot to add. So it's getting expert consultation services on a regular basis. That's the way I look at it.
I got a call one day from a guy named Hayden Hirschfeld. He made a suggestion that perhaps we should look at our real estate in a strategic way. You know, the site that we chose was not for sale. And they were able to use their creativity, their knowledge, their influence, their relationships with people in the community to be able to convince an owner to sell a property that they didn't really want to sell.
Hayden and Dorit are representing us at Dairy Block to lease all of our retail. So our project is very complicated. The ownership group is three-headed monster. So you got lots of opinions at the table. Hayden and Dorit, they bring a sense of calm. They listen, which I think is just super important, and really understanding our vision for the project, and then being a partner in helping us achieve our goals.
The vision is to really create a little mini neighborhood here that will be a combination of commercial and residential uses. Not everybody gets it when you see a property like this, which still needs love today, but they got it. The first tenant we have in here came from Hayden, and it's a 17,000 square foot tenant, and that is what allowed us to move ahead with this project. I think their experience with both Denver Health and the Denver Housing Authority has given them a completely different perspective on what those missions are and how they relate to the private sector. I've seen them demonstrate the ability to talk to a private owner, explain the mission, the public mission of one of their clients, and I think that's not something that every broker can do. And it comes from caring so much about the community, but also from having done it for a number of years.
When I was told that we were going to have to sell this building and close within 6 months, I honestly didn't know whether I could do it, whether our school could do it, whether we could pull it off, and yet the timing was extremely important. Never did Dorit or Hayden think that that was impossible. In fact, quite the opposite, it was very possible. They thought of things I would never even have thought of in terms of what you need to know in purchasing a building. And they looked at it 15 years from now, this is how you will be using this building. 20 years from now, this is how you will be using the building. Because they wanted to make sure that it was going to serve the school's needs for the foreseeable future. And I have to say that none of us think that we will ever move from that building. We feel like that's our home. They helped us find our home.
I would always like to work with people who love what they do. And Hayden and Dorit, you know, I mean, they love what they do.
They're doing this as if this is their own building. Every project that I've worked on with them, they have become totally engrossed in it and felt like it was theirs.
They embraced us. They genuinely cared.
After X number of years, I don't know how long it's been, I guess they're friends too.
I think DPS should hire them. I mean, partly why I was doing this is not to support Hayden and Dorit, but because I want DPS to have them. Because they served us so well, and I care about public education. And I think that one of my gifts to supporting public education is giving them Dorit and Hayden.